Welcome, everyone. We are here for Mental Capacity episode 6. We can now use two hands. We can use two hands instead of just one. It was like we're counting on one hand.
You started out bad already.
It's been a day. It's been a long day already. So let me tell you. So this morning, I got woken up by Jasmine, actually, which is never happens. Usually my alarm wakes me up, but my mom was on her way to Texas with her sisters, and they're flying. So apparently my mom couldn't get in contact with me at all since, she was trying yesterday. She said she called me, went straight to voicemail a few times. She even messaged me on Instagram and Messenger. I got nothing. I didn't get her text messages. I got nothing. And so I was like, what the hell is going on? This is weird. So Jasmine, she FaceTimed me, or video chatted, because we're Google people. And that's how I realized that my mom was trying to get in contact with me, because she contacted Jasmine, was like, is Kristan okay? And I'm like, I feel bad that I just freaked my mom out, even though it wasn't my doing. But still, like, it was hard. I was like, I don't ever want her to feel like that. Oh God. So I called her immediately. I was like, Mom, fine. She was like, I'm boarding, but I'm so happy to hear from you. So yeah. So that's how my day started. Yep. Good thing nothing actually happened to me and freak her out, because I already know if that were the case, she would not go to Houston. My aunts wouldn't go either, probably, because I was missing or whatever.
Yeah.
But
if you know you're here.
Exactly. And good thing Jasmine has a ways to contact me too. So the other people
got the
don't.
back line?
Huh?
You got the back line?
The back line.
The bat line, BAT, like Batman.
Oh, the bat line. I thought you said back line. I was like, what is that? Yeah, she got ways. She got ways. Because somebody has to, but my mom has an iPhone. So, it's a little different communicating wise. Um, she has a way to contact one of my brothers, and I have a way to contact one of my other brothers. So it's like because one of my brothers and I have Android, and then my mom and my other brother have iPhones. So it's like we have that little connection that way. And then Jasmine and I are on the same plan, and we have the same phone, so it's a lot easier for her to contact me. So plus she's like 10 minutes down the road from where I live, so it helps out. But anyway, tidbit of information to all of you guys. I'm drinking an actual drink. I need it today. It's a nice little Manhattan.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because that's starting to be like our running gag on the podcast. It's whatever it is Kristan is drinking.
Yes. Today is a Manhattan, and it does have some Jameson in it. Just so you know, Jameson.
Hey, shout out our future sponsor.
Right, always sports with JMO. Like, we got this. Wait, can I? It's not gonna pick it up. It's gonna pick up the blurriness. You little bitch. Whatever. You can get that. It says Jameson Orange, which is actually what I have in here. So, one of the reasons why I'm feeling a little today is because of work. So we're not going to mention companies. We're not going to mention names of anyone at all, whatever. Okay. But, or any privacy, as people, sometimes say, type of information.
If you know.
Exactly. But work can be a bitch. A total bitch. I mean, I work from home, and it still is a total bitch. I mean, there are times I have to catch myself from quitting on the spot, and it's not that the work's hard, because it's not hard. I know what I'm doing. I'm good at it. I can do this in my sleep. I don't want to, but I can do this in my sleep. The only problem is the workload, when they want things done, how people are not being respectful of your time, and how they expect you to work sometimes over your schedule, right? But I'm salaried. So basically, because I'm salaried, they can pay me. I mean, they pay me the same amount regardless of how many hours I work, right? So if I work like 35 hours one week and then I work 45 hours another week, I still get paid the same amount of money. So my ass, I don't want to work past 8 hours a day. And I definitely don't want to work past 40 hours a week because I like to have a good life balance type situation, which is, while we do this podcast as well, it's very important for us to have a good, work life balance. Because I can go mentally crazy, like, or feel like I'm going mentally crazy. And other things in your life take a back seat. I don't want to work to live. No, no, no. How does the phrase, I always forget that, is live to work? I don't want to live to work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to wake up every day and be like, oh my God, I gotta work, and then go to sleep and work. You know what I mean? Like after I wake up, that's a very, very depressing life. So people who have that mentality, um, if it works for you, it works for you. I'm just gonna say that. But me, I really wish that we only did like 3, maybe 4 days a week of work, and then the other days we're done for. Or I wish it was very normal for us to have a week off every month, like to get your body together, or at least like 4 days extra a month to get your mind back right. You give me some information on that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely think the PTO needs to be changed, man, because I feel like a lot of these companies they give you a little bit of PTO
Yeah,
and they be asking for a lot of work in return. And man, you talk about that balance. It
that's
definitely ain't
true.
balanced out.
That's true. Very true.
But I
But
work from home too.
oh yeah, you are a work from home employee now. Yeah. How are you liking that?
So it's a double-edged sword because I get lazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get lazy working from home.
Yeah.
Like, but I do like the fact like lunchtime, go downstairs, like fix him something in the kitchen, like make sure Barkley good and stuff like that. Like
Right.
it's really helped me because when I've had previous jobs where I had to go in office, I would have to put Barkley in the crate, which I wasn't always a fan of. Like he already got separation anxiety as a result, so I don't want to
That's true.
keep putting
Very
those type
true.
of stresses on him. Oh, hey, today was my first payday, by the way. If y'all
Hey.
heard the previous episodes, I know whoever listening can't borrow any money. But it it was really good, man, because I forgot how good payday feels. So my
that
spirit's been uplifted.
that is a very true statement on that. Like you forget how, like when you've been unemployed for so long, it's like, oh my God, when I finally get paid off of my first paycheck, this is a good feeling, right? But it's like every single week or 2 weeks or bi-monthly or monthly, however you guys get paid, we're constantly chasing for that same feeling over and over again. And it's almost like a drug, so you get that
The
high when
dopamine.
you get it, right? But where does that money go to as soon as you get paid?
Bills.
Bills. you know so there's a lot to it. So what I've noticed too about the generation coming up, or actually they're already here, but you know what I mean, like they're working and stuff, Gen Zers basically are all trying to make a better work-life balance in their life. And some of them don't work or don't want to work. That's a whole different story. But the ones who actually do work and actually want to only work in the time frames that they're scheduled to work, it makes sense because the the 9 to 5 job time frame was created back in 1920 in the 1920s. I can't remember the exact 1920 date, but it was made in the 1920s, and it was to help out with manufacturing for car parts and stuff. Ford actually started it. The guy who created Ford started all of that. So
Faster.
yeah, so I don't even think that our work schedules work now. I mean, like that we have now that we created back in 1920s should still be in place now, because there are so many different things that have happened. There are different ways that people also work, and then a lot of people work from home, or a lot of people are like retail is a different story. They got to be open whenever the store is open, um but it needs to be a little bit more streamlined and more of getting people's mind back right, keeping it healthy and letting them have more quality of life, because a lot of people are losing time with family and friends and really knowing and experiencing who they are and having vacations and stuff because of work. So many people are afraid to call out because they're afraid they're gonna get fired for just calling out if they're sick. You know what I mean? Like this is a problem. Um, so I mean, I'm not afraid to call out if I have to because I'm
Hell no.
sick. You're right. But I'm at home, so I bet people are probably like, but you're at home though. Yeah, my body still needs to rest. If my brain is still working overtime, do you think my body is resting? No, not at
Yeah.
all. My doctor even was like, don't work. Just don't work.
Mental fatigue is a real thing. Like I didn't know what mental fatigue was until my last job.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like crunching numbers and talking to people and arguing with people, and people yelling at you. Like it mentally will fatigue you.
Yeah.
Like, how your muscles get tired and sore. And I just don't wanna I wanna do something that's gonna, like, watch a movie or read or something
Right.
that just I can put my brain on autopilot and let it just kinda go through the motions and kind of heal a little
Ex-
bit.
exactly. Exactly. And then the last job that you were at, that's where we met. And that's where I also had my mental breakdown because of the fact that the mental fatigue. And then on top of that, I didn't really like I knew about depression, anxiety, of course, and I knew I had it, but I didn't know I was still constantly operating on it. And that was my baseline. Like that was my foundation. I was depressed my entire life and it did not know. Like I didn't know what it felt like to actually feel good until I got on antidepressants. um and then just it enjoyed sitting, literally the small things. It was sitting on my breezeway and listening to the birds chirp and just sitting there with a nice tea, coffee, whatever drink. Because I'm a drinker. Like it doesn't even matter what liquid it is, except milk. I don't drink milk, but I'll drink liquids, and I just sit there and I'm just enjoying being, just being a person. And that was such a great feeling to me. And like thinking back to it right now, I'm feeling great thinking about it because I think that a lot of times us as human beings, we forget to just be. Like we're constantly looking for the next thing. We're constantly looking at what we did yesterday or a few minutes ago or whatever's going on right now around us. We forget sometimes we have to be still and just be a being. That's what we are, Like when we leave this earth, we won't take any of this stuff with us.
No.
Nothing. So why is all this so important? Is what I constantly ask myself. And then I've realized as I've gotten older, and I'm not old at all, but I think my mind, I'm a Capricorn, so they say Capricorns are born old. Like they're born adults.
Got an old soul.
I do. I always have. But as I get older, I really realize that I absolutely love the time with my family and my friends more than I love anything else. And of course
But
traveling. So
you know what that is though, right?
what?
It's peace. Like everything you just described is just peace. Like I always preach that, like in my relationship, like the world is stressful enough. Like,
Like,
I understand that you're gonna have like problems in your relationships, whether it be with everybody. I just don't need like another problem. Like,
mm-hmm,
if I know, like, loving is number one. Like, a loving relationship is number one. Number two is a peaceful relationship.
bro, you ain't
They
lying.
right there.
Right. And one, I don't have to question if you how you care about me or what the status is or anything like that. Like it's not even a title. It's more of, are you committed to me? And because I know I'm committed. Are you committed to me? Like, how are we doing this together? Are we both in the same bracket, or are we looking
Right.
at totally different areas here? So, um, I like peace of mind, like you said, peace, like peace, loyalty, trust, like that. All of that stuff is there with the people I currently have in my life. So sometimes finding others that go in it or that I'm trying to put in it, I'm a little standoffish, well, not a little. I was told recently I'm cold.
And me, but we ain't gonna talk about
No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about that one.
that.
No, I am not. Let me clarify.
Here we
I
go. Here we
haven't.
go.
You brought it
Here we
up.
go.
I have a
We are here
tendency
now.
to be mean, but me being meaner than Jasmine is a no. Nobody just gets to see that part that she's mean on except me because she only shows it to me. So I'm like, I tell
Let's
all the time.
let's get the audience some context about what we're talking about.
You said look at the
Let's make
context.
sure we keep it. Let's get the audience some context. Cool, man,
Okay.
what we talking about because we kind of just jumped into it.
So, audience, whoever watches this, um, so my best friend and I, we have been beefing over literally, it's been for a while that we don't know who's the meaner, like the meanest person, right? She says I'm meaner than her, and that I say that she's meaner than me. So of course, um, we are not gonna come to a solution because we're not on the same, wavelength with this. So we got Antwaun involved. We were like, okay, Antwaun knows us. We're all friends. Like, we know each other for years. He's talked to both of us. Let's ask Antwaun. She said this actually. She said, actually, I'm gonna get Antwaun in. I said, okay, dang, let's see how this goes. I already had a feeling where it was gonna go, right? So she was like, Antwaun, who's meaner? Me or Kristan? We were trying to figure out the solution to this, the answer. He said, well, I don't think either one of you are mean. But if I were to choose who's meaner, it would be Kristan. And I was like, of course. Of course. He'd say that because I'm actually very open to him, especially about a lot of things that I say, do, and whatnot. Jasmine is a little more on the quiet side sometimes. Am I wrong? Right.
Yeah, no, you're right. You spot on.
Right. So and I tell her all the time, I said, bitch, do you honestly think you would be my best friend if you were not meaner than me? Like, come on. Like, she ready to jump at any point. She look literally, Antwaun, some things you probably don't know. Whenever a female sometimes look at her, she'd be like, who the fuck you looking at? And I'm like, Jasmine, cool down. It's all right. Like, she may just think you're pretty. Like, fine, calm
We
down. I mean, that's literally like probably the first 2 years of our friendship. That's how she was. And I was like, bruh, calm down. It's not that serious. Like, how is somebody staring at you gonna get you, all fired up? I don't know. I guess I'm used to it, but I mean, from guys and girls, I'm used to it. So it just doesn't matter. I'm just like, whatever. And she was ready to fight. That's why I call her my pit bull. She's always ready. So, right. So, so when he said I was meaner, I was like, he got to know Jasmine a little bit more. Like, she don't let everybody in on her, brain. And I'm not gonna tell her about it because that's between me and her. But yeah, in the conclusion, she's meaner than me. Just saying.
Kristan, you don't let nothing slide either.
That ain't true. I let more slide than she does. Okay.
Okay.
It depends on the topic. depends on the subject of yeah, it does depend on the subject. If it's I can be professionally mean very a lot better than her. She can be more ghetto mean than me.
See, you can be cold. Like
I know. It's
that's
blame
why
on my
that's where my
zodiac
difference
sign.
the differences come from me. And then also too, like I see with Jazz, she just I don't take her being fiery as being mean. I just take it as being fiery. But like I always view coldness worse than that fiery side, if that makes sense.
I see that. I see that. So that's why you said
Because
me.
I can see you being like, I can see you being like, you're dead to me and never like mess with anybody ever again.
I mean, yes, I've done it multiple times, but it's also a protection, like a way I protect myself. Because first off, that whole screw me once, shame on you, screw me twice, shame on me, screw me three times. The fuck am I doing? That's how I feel. Like, what the fuck? So I don't give that third option. I'm like, block. This is no, no. And then once I block somebody, whether it's friends, boyfriends, situationships, whatever, um, I'm actually I'm going through the process of becoming indifferent to the situation or the person. So when I do see somebody in public that I used to be friendly with in whatever way, I don't even notice them. Like it literally I walk past them like a stranger. And excuse me. So one guy said to me before, because I kind of let him back in my life and then I shunned him again. And that will be forever shunned. So one guy said, I actually hated the fact that we were in the same place and I was noticing you, but you act like you didn't even know me. I was like, and like, what? What am I supposed to do? Act like I know you
You're
and
building the case.
huh?
You're building the case, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying.
Right.
I mean,
No, I mean I get it though. I'm the same way. Like as soon as I'm like done with you, man, you getting put on every block list. Like
everyone, right? Every single one. Like the last guy, I blocked them on Facebook. I blocked them on Well, once you do Facebook, you can't do Messenger anyway. So I just blocked the whole profile. I blocked TikTok, and we didn't even follow each other on TikTok. I was just like, just in case. Um, I blocked Instagram. I blocked his phone number. I blocked Snapchat. I blocked everything. I was like, do not contact me ever again. That chapter is over with. I have no desire to ever talk to you, see you ever again in my life. Like, I'm good. I'm good. When I close the chapter, that chapter is closed and burned. There's no reason.
that would tell you the story. That would tell you the story of my ex having to hit me up on email because I had blocked her on everything.
You told me, but do tell, because I'm sure they want to know.
Yeah. So, I recently got out of a relationship. Probably it was the day after Valentine's Day, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I'm the type to where once I'm done, I'm done. Like you know, talk about that whole dead to me thing. Like, yeah, you out of here.
All right.
And it was just a situation where I didn't block her on text at first, but I blocked her on like Facebook, Instagram, all the social media and stuff because I didn't want to see like her moving on and stuff like that. And then she hit me up. She took away my peace. She decided she wanted to have an argument. So now you got to get the block on everything. Like she better not even comment on this video. I'll block on YouTube.
Oh, damn. Oh, my
That's how
God.
cold I am.
Yo,
But
yes.
no, after she, so I guess she was trying to reach me, and the only way she could reach me, she had to email me from her work email to try to get in contact with me.
Yo, work email. That's the funny part. Yeah, so I have something a little sim. Actually, okay. I'll take it saying that I'm meaner than Jasmine. And this is the reason why. This story I'm about to tell you. It makes sense. So there was a guy that I was living with. Well, no, correction. He was living with me. Okay. So he and I were together, living together. And then some things went down where I was seeing signs of abuse, like physical abuse, because the emotional abuse was already there. And so was the verbal abuse. And I was literally just waiting on him to just move out because he had already decided he was going to move out and had a house together and all this kind of stuff. Right. And I was like, when are you leaving? So, but he never gave me an actual date of when he was moving out. I was done like months before he actually moved out. I was just trying to keep it simple, like pretty civil, I should say. So one day we got into an argument where it was stupid and he broke my door in front of my face because he was trying to, so he pulled the door away from my face, but he had quickly jerked it towards my face and then quickly pulled it back. So I was like, first off, this stupid fool was about to hurt me. Like that was my first thought. And I got super nervous and scared because I was like, I don't want this in my house. Like, I don't want to have an unpeaceful situation in my house. And so I
Yes,
ended up staying with,
undeserved.
yeah. So I ended up staying with Jasmine for a month so he can get the fuck out. Give him a time frame and everything. It was like, you got to go. So after that happened, of course, I went through my little grieving process, which it wasn't a lot. It was just more of like, I can't believe I allowed that to happen and all that kind of stuff. I'm happy I got out before it got worse, right? And then, so say 6, 7 months later, he was an ex employee of mine as well. Yeah, coworker, not employee, ex coworker of mine, and we had a mutual friend ish. The friend was actually more my friend. So this friend got a contact from him on Snapchat and was like, "Let me tell you what your friend did to me." And I was like, and he said, "Oh, let me tell you what he said." And I was like, first off, it was not me at all. Like I could tell y'all, and I'm not gonna go too much in detail on it, but the situation was not my fault at all. It was all him. It was the dumbest shit ever over the temperature in the house. Um, so he was blaming me for all the things that have happened. And through to my friend, and my friend was telling me the stuff that he was saying, and I was laughing the entire time. And I literally, because he had blocked me on his phone, because I wanted him to block me. Because I was like, it was so toxic that I felt like if he didn't block me, I would continue to go back to him. That's how I felt. So I was like, I gotta do something that I know he would never ever talk to me again. And I did. And so because he had to see the betrayal, you know what I mean? So I had not texted him. I sent him an email because I have his email address. I sent him an email and I said, "Oh, I hear that you contacted our friend." I said, "My friend, about what you want to talk to me about." I said, "Do you need closure? If so, I'll listen." I was like, I have no desire to really talk to you, but if you need it, damn. I was like, if you need it, I'll listen. And he never replied. So yeah,
It's cold as ice.
no,
Can I ask a question?
sure.
So in breakups, how do you divide out the friends in a friend divorce? Like, because I remember one of my exes. I had met a friend. He's a guy that we used to work together with, and he was in all the same shit that I like. Like he liked wrestling and WWE wrestling sounds like some Diddy stuff. We can go into that, but he he liked WWE and video games and stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
when me and her broke up, I was like, look, you have your other friends, you can take them back, but him, that's
I'm
my friend now.
horrible. I'm horrible at that actually because even with my one of my exes, I kept his mom for a while and his
Mm-hmm.
family, and they loved me. Like they literally would invite me to their house for vacations and stuff, and wouldn't even invite him. Like that's huge. And then the other guy, I stole a lot of his friends.
So you're a friend thief.
Yeah, well, it's not my fault. They all like me, and I end up liking them, and we all become friends outside of the guy that I was hanging out with. So, who's really the bad person here? Like, come on.
You just out here kidnapping mamas and stuff.
Look, yes. I had to let the mom go, unfortunately, because I felt like every time I was hanging out with her and he found out I was with her, that he felt like I was wanting him again, and I didn't. And it really was the hardest thing because I absolutely loved his mom. And I still to this day, like the woman gave me a lot of wisdom. She's given me a lot of just she was wonderful, like really was wonderful. If I had to choose a mom outside of my own, like that I wanted, it would be her. Like no joke, she was amazing. And I think about her to this day, not every day, of course, but I do think about her and the things that she's told me. And she always told me, "You're too good for my son." She literally would always tell me that. And I was like, "Thank you for saying that, but I love your son, you know?"
And they
But
be right. They be right
oh,
every
she was
time.
fucking right. She was so right. She was like, "I love you, but you're just not for my son because you're too good for him." And I was like, damn, that sucks. That sucks for him. But she was 1000% right. Um, this alcohol is giving me a little bit of a headache, so I guess I'm dehydrated. I should drink more water, you know.
Yeah, you kombucha today.
I drank it yesterday. And since I'm gonna be gone for a week from my place, I didn't want to go and buy another, not grocery shopping until I get back. So and I usually make my own, but my the thing you have to make it's called a SCOBY. My SCOBYs all died, like they were molded because I wasn't making them enough. So I need to make another SCOBY and then make some more kombucha. Yeah, I make kombuchas, guys. It's
There,
fun. So
there's this little like Argentinian tea name of it where you take the like thing and you pour the water in it and you kind of like stir it and drink it through the straw. I wish I could remember the name of it, but I want to try that.
yeah, when you find out the name, let me know. I love tea. I told y'all I like drinks. Like the only things I really don't drink are milk. And I don't like absinthe. I don't like licorice. So that licorice taste is not no, no, not at all. It tastes better when you do it the real way with the spoon and the sugar. But it's still that licorice taste is still a hell no. Like literally hell no. Like my face goes like this. Wait, where's Barkley? Is he on the bed?
No,
And you just grab him so naturally. It's just like
he's
it's
so
so
little. I can like one hand.
I
I can
know.
pick him up.
That's so funny. Maxwell, he's just watching the whole time. He's just sitting there, just looking. Oh, wait. Hold up.
You gonna show him the house? You gonna show him
Yep.
the new crib?
Hold up. Oh crap. I gotta be careful with this. Ugh. I don't know if I can bring it over without waste. Oh, I can. Hold up. I got him a SpongeBob house.
Mm,
I don't know if y'all can see it. And why does it not want to focus on anything but me? You know how annoying that is? But anyway, no,
I
I
think
got him
it's
a
got
sponge
facial recognition, maybe.
probably. But yeah, I got him the SpongeBob pineapple house. And he does he does go in it. And then when I knock on the thing, only his head pops out of the door too. It's so funny. Oh my god. It's just weird because I had no idea that beta fish were fun. Like they actually have a personality. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, so of course we went on a little tangent, which we always do. But I do feel
Always
better.
do.
Yeah, I feel better after our podcast every time we do this. Like I feel like I've unloaded some things out of my mind. Like I said, mental capacity.
Very therapeutic.
Yes. How are you feeling right now?
Man, I'm great. I'm tired. I don't know if you seen me yawning. I am tired of shit. Like I've been on these training calls and my sleep schedule's been all out of whack.
Yeah.
I need to do some drugs or something. Give me a good night's sleep.
Melatonin. You get some melatonin. some drugs. No, I gotta
some marijuana.
I ain't saying nothing.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I was like,
Everybody.
my muscle relaxers help me. I do need to take one probably tonight because my arms and stuff. Um, but anyway, we are coming down to the end of our podcast, y'all. It's a sad day, man. I know. Boo. But we want to hear from you. We want to hear any comments, that you have on your work-life balance. How is your work-life balance? Is it good? Is it bad? Do you need more vacations? Are you in agreement with us changing the times on work schedules, like instead of 5 days, 4 days? Things like that. Are you or do you work for yourself? I want to hear that because that's my goal, literally.
That's a lot of different stresses right there.
Yes, but I like those stresses a lot better than the stresses I have to deal with for other people to keep them rich. It's just a different type of reward, I just, but I want to be able to still be able to maintain my life. That's the hard part. That's definitely the hard part. But guys, don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button on the channel as well so you can be notified on the next podcast that we have coming up, which every single week we'll be doing it on Mondays at 6 p.m. So that way you can listen to it on your way home or after you got home from work. It's always nice. Just unload, unleash. So you can see how we did it as well, because it can be crazy. But we hope to hear from you guys and see what you think about everything. Antwaun, you got any closing remarks?
I love you guys.
He's like, I'm sleepy.
That's always my closing. I always like ending with love.
That's true. Yes, we do love you guys. Love so much and love Barkley.
Yeah, he is bothered. Look. Every time.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.